Hey, this is the other episode of Kickback with Keisha. As promised, I was recording when my boyfriend's son came home from school and practice. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and restart. So basically, this episode with Kickback Keisha is going to be about a situation that happened to me during my marriage. And it was right when we were kind of like at a rocky point, and we were. It was at the time when Kevin Samuels was like huge. If you don't know who Kevin Samuels is or who he was, just look him up. But I believe that this one video that I'm going to share with you guys really made me examine myself. It made me see dating differently. It made me look at my marriage differently. And yeah. So anyway, so the title of the video is called Mother of Two Believes She's the Prize. So at the time when Kevin Samuels was all big and this, that, and the other, my ex, he would, and when I say my ex-husband, this is the only person I'm pretty much talking about. It's my ex-husband, my new bae. That's pretty much it. So yeah. So he was sending me all these videos, and the videos would be like an hour or so long and blah, blah, blah. He sent me one, and he was like, this one is going to be you if we get a divorce. I'm assuming that's how he said whenever he texted. But I was like, dang. So he was like, it's only 22 minutes. It's a short one. So I did. I watched it. And it actually, for me, it was monumental. For me, because I was like, wow, I am delusional. Wow. I just, yeah, it was just like eye-opening. And so I'm going to put it in the description below so y'all can watch it. But imagine being in a 20-year relationship at this point, maybe 19-year, I don't know. And your significant other tells you, hey, this is going to be you in the event that we get a divorce. I was like, what? You're going to want to watch it, I'm hoping. Are you, whatever. So I watched it. And so the lady, she's 30 years old. She has 2 kids. I believe the ages are 10 and 7. And in my opinion, she's pretty. She, again, I've mentioned pretty privileged. So some people just, they don't have a problem getting a man. And I never really understood or thought about, you can get a man, but who's going to marry you? And some people might look at this and be like, I don't want to get married. Okay, I get it. There are relationships out there, marriages out there, especially mine that failed. There's marriages with infidelities, all kind of stuff going on. So they're like, oh, I don't want to be married if it's got to be like that. And I get it. I totally get it. But I'm talking about being in a loving marriage, a loving relationship where somebody adores you, you adore them, y'all go together like yin and yang. He is the cream to your Oreo cookie or whatever. And so I looked at the video and I started watching other Kevin Samuels videos and being open to listening to what men had to say about what they wanted in relationships and what their issues were with women in relationships. And also, really, it was the female callers that were calling because she called into his show. So when she called in, it was just like, wow, we are some delusional people. And she was just like, oh, I got options. It was just everything. If you just take 22 minutes of your life and just listen to it, and be like, oh, I see what you were saying. But yes, at the time, my ex was telling me, he like, yeah, this gonna be you. So I watched it and I was like, dang. And so it made me at that point look at my relationship and say, hey, what do I got going on right now? My man works, my man is my height requirement. He looks like I want him to look. He pays bills, not just like light bills. He's paying mortgage or whatever he's doing to do. I can go get my facials. I can go and get my nails stay done, nails, toes, everything. So I was just, and I know people don't come for me. Like if y'all look, what are you talking about? Okay, I'm just saying, when I looked at my relationship, I was like, I ain't got it bad. And this thing could get better if I actually did a few things differently. Okay. Long story short, we separated. We are no longer an item. However, it made me look at our situation, and it did improve. Things improved for both of us. And also, that video helped me in my dating process after my marriage failed. So I'm sitting here like, again, I was on a dating app for a little while, and guess what I was putting in for my parameters? And I mean that. Height requirements started at 6. They had to be over 6'1". My ex was 6'1", but anyway, my parameters was like, bigger, better. So I think the minimum height was 6'1", and so if you were, so some people even lied about their height. I'll tell y'all about that on one episode, but yeah. So if you weren't even 6'1", I wouldn't even consider you. And I believe like, wow, that's stupid. Like, Bay now is like 5'11". And I wasn't even looking. It just happened. It just blossomed. It just, it is what it is. But I wouldn't have even considered somebody 5'11". This is just this one thing. Okay. Then they had to at least have a bachelor's degree. First of all, I have a bachelor's degree, but I'm sitting here like, listen, I don't want you to have, you need to have this or better, like, all kind of stuff. Like, so the area of town they lived in, like, it was, so these are like just the small, and I hate to say small things, but these are just some things that somebody, and at the time, and I do, like, I have one kid that is not an adult, so I have a 17-year-old, but I have a total of 3 kids. 2 of them are now adults, and so it's not that that makes me more desirable, like, but all I'm saying is that some people may be like, I don't want somebody with 3 kids. I don't care how old they are. Or, like, all I'm saying is that we when we're out here dating, we have options. We have things that we want to say, okay, well, I won't date this, I want to whatever. And so, yeah, so the video actually helped me with dating going forward, because I was on that freaking dating app, and I'm like, nope, left, swipe, it's a no. And then you would find, like 1 or 2 people that you might want to go on a date with, and then you're like, okay, Negro, everybody want to go on a date with them. So now you out here got to sell yourself, like, oh, this is what I do, for a living, you got to sit up here and tell your whole life story. And I'm like, I'm done with this, because I don't really like to date. I don't. I mean, just being in a long relationship, I'm kind of like lazy. I don't want to go on dates. I don't want to, let's see who's gonna. Yeah, since he asked me on a date, he has to pay. It's just too many rules. I'm like, But back to this video, it made me see how delusional I was about certain things. And although, in my opinion, that lady was sturdy, she lived in LA. She, she had she appeared to have a nice body. And she was like, I have options. And Kevin was saying something to the extent like, you have options that I smash, but I'm not gonna marry you. And that like hit me. And I'm like, I want to be married again. I want it to be good. I want it to be, I'm not gonna just say yes as soon as my baby I am, but whenever he would oh, will you do me the honor because she's just so fabulous? Yes, I'm gonna say yes. But I want to be married to somebody who is deserving, somebody who I love and who I respect and who adores me and who pours into me, who just, yes, I want that. And so, it just, that this video is, and again, that's all this episode was to tell you guys, like, what kind of like happened in my life that opened my eyes to other Kevin Samuels videos, and to look at myself, examine myself, and to say, okay, all right, ma'am, you need to get off your little high horse, or ma'am, you need to step up your game, or ma'am, you need to, you can do about 200 more sit-ups or whatever. I'm just saying, like, don't sit up here and want what everybody else want and think that you're gonna come with nothing extra that you need to do. So yeah, I'm gonna post that video so y'all can see what I'm talking about, and how that like really changed me in my relationship at the time, and how it helped me as far as when I was dating again, and my thoughts on different things. And when I went on some dates, that's why they like, ooh, you just refreshing. You're a breath of fresh air, because I had already peeped the game and saw how a lot of women thought and how we were delusional. And I'm like, I get it. You being pretty or you having a nice body doesn't excuse you being a evil person, or self-centered, or like, do you ever have to catch the tab, or what? Or you just men just want to do these things for you just because you what? So yes, like, subscribe. Yes, thanks for kicking back with Keisha. I'm gonna do one more episode today. I'm not really sure what it's gonna be about, but I do want everybody to have a great, loving relationship with somebody who adores them, who cares about them, who wants to be with them and only them. And I believe it adds to your life. Adds to your life for sure. I think being in a bad relationship, not being with that person that adds to your life, will certainly kill you soon. You'll be in a really grave. So yes, get y'all bays in 2025. And thanks for kicking back with Keisha. Bye.